Hey guys, it's Hemoglobin. So after watching Etho's 475th episode, I was feeling a little inspired to do some redstone experiments. So I'm not sure if you've seen his episode, but in that particular episode, he discusses using stackable items and non-stackable items to create a binary code. So if you aren't aware, stackable items will cause comparators to only put out a low signal strength, like 2, let's say, while non-stackable items will have a signal strength of 3. So what he wanted to do was essentially turn those two principles into a binary output of essentially 1 versus 0, light on or light off. He ran into the problem where he didn't name his arrows, so they would stack when they would get to the bottom chest down here. So we know the theory of if you name your stackable items, they won't stack, essentially. So let's see the theory in practice. So let me remove my little redstone block for you. Do which order? So I'm locking the hoppers currently, so I'll do that one and then that one. So you'll see it pulse as like swords are here and then arrows are just that little flash out there. So once it's empty, no more signal. So now we have the same thing but with shulkers. Shulker boxes rather, not shulkers, but shulker boxes. So the reason I like the idea of shulker boxes is you can pick them up and they will retain their inventory. So you see same inventories and it will be the same pattern. So like so, shift there, and yep, still has the same pattern. So with chests, as we well know, once you break them, all the items go flying everywhere, which can be quite problematic. But with shulker boxes, you can break them. So my thought is that you have an input shulker box and then an output shulker box, and you could just potentially switch them around and do in rotations. There might be some question as to what the use will be, but I'm just a theorist, an experimenter. I'll let the engineers out there find some use for the theory. So looking at you, the gods of Redstone that are Etho, Tango Tech, Impulse, and the minor deity Iskal85. I look forward to your Redstone creations. I know I've missed quite a few Redstoners out there, like Exumavoid, Cube Hamster, Mumbo Jumbo, but yeah, list goes on and on. And I want to make this video kind of brief, so let's get cracking. So yeah, move the redstone block, and you're going to see the pulse again. So shulker boxes on hoppers do work to send out a pulse. I had this set up with the hopper up here. It did not work. I'm not sure if I did it incorrectly, but I guess just helpful hint. Set up your comparator to the hopper going into your storage unit. Helpful hint or trick. And then, just for another experiment, I decided to put a comparator reading off of the shulker box to see if you could, and you can. And with this, it creates quite the long signal length. Let me update my game mode because all that is a little distracting. But yeah, any hoozle. So going off of signal strength, I was wondering what determines signal strength. And over here, you will see two dispensers facing into each other. Comparator out here, and this signal strength is 13. But there are not 13 slots in dispenser, so you might ask, how do you get a signal strength of 13? So comparators, when put into a dispenser, will look at how many units of 16 or stacks of 16 you see. So that 64-bit there and that 64-bit there, they're acting as if they are 4 bits of 16 each. So this in total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 8. So you get essentially that plus 13. So that's why you get that signal length of 13 or so. So again, I like experimenting with lights. And I found something interesting when I was trying to build a shulker box shuffler. So obviously when you have the input shulker box empty into the output, you'll want to probably break this or feed the items back. So I tried creating a device over here, and it didn't really work. I couldn't ever figure out how you're going to break the top or the input shulker box and then feed it into like a row of dispensers. So if someone out there who's smarter than me can figure that out, that would be great. Because I keep running into the same issue. You break this guy when he's empty, but he's not going to go into the shulker box down there, because shulker boxes can't go in other shulker boxes. So yeah. And then the idea with this is that you'd have your output. So I can break this fine. That's easy. That's no problem. Let me just show you kind of what happens. So that goes in there, into that hopper, that chest. I was thinking if I split it up, you could somehow break this, but no, it's still an issue. So yeah, I can't open the chest, but items still flow freely through it regardless. They should be, I thought they would lock if I put a redstone block there, but that is not the case. So when I retract that, that piston becomes powered, that slime block now breaks that shulker box. And now I can retract, or attempt to retract, there we go, the slime block. And then in here you'll see all the droppers that I put in there being broken. So when shulker boxes break, they retain their items. And my hope was that you can have two options. You can have either shulker box just being fed stuff and feeding stuff through the system, or you can break the shulker box, the output here, and then retain your pattern and then put it back into the system. And what's great is that they will dispense onto a hopper for you. So you can just break it again, and everything is fantastic. So yeah, if someone can make like a rotating shulker box system, you'd have a pretty good repeating pattern. When I was doing this, I found that you put a lever there, it somehow lights redstone dust on lamps. Not sure why. I guess the coding is so that like this would emulate as if it was over here, maybe? So I did a couple of experiments, and this is kind of the last little tangent for us. So yeah, off, on. It will not light a redstone lamp by itself, it needs the dust. Unless you put a redstone lamp on the same level as the lever. So again, to my redstone geniuses out there, if you are watching, maybe you'll find a use for, like, I don't know, a bud-powered redstone lamp or signal. But yeah, so if you name your stackable items, they won't stack, and then they won't give off a full signal when they go through the system. That's kind of the main lesson. Oh, I'll get to this. Don't you worry. But yeah, so that's the main lesson for today. You can do binary in Minecraft. And you probably even do hexadecimal if you wanted. But for now, this is Hemoglobin signing out. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye.